Okay, it is 8 now. I believe we can start. So I'll start. Namaste, everyone. My name is Shauri Banai, and I am a volunteer with Hindu Mahasabha who is organizing this talk today on a very important issue of halal. Um, we at Hindu Mahasabha try to organize talks which are relevant to the times that we live in, and halal being one of the most relevant topics. As you all know, halal certification has gone from a very remotely known phenomena to a mainstream certification now where multinational companies also covet a halal certification on their products. So, how is it detrimental to the interests of Hindu society and how the halal certification operates? To explain all this and to help us understand more how we should work around halal, we have with us Dr. Anand Verma. Namaste, Anandji.
Namaskar ji.
Anandji is an immigration lawyer in Houston, and he has interests in Indian philosophies. So, Anandji, I wouldn't stand between you and the audience for this, what looks like an interesting session. Please go ahead and start. Anandji, if you don't mind, at the end of this presentation, there will be around a 10-minute question and answer. So, I hope that you can give us some more time so that you can answer the question from the audience.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So please go ahead, sir. The stage is all yours.
Namaskar, Sabto, and thank you very much, sir, all of you. You've given me opportunity to talk about this very hot topic and very much important topic for the Hindus specifically, rather for the whole world other than Muslims. It's a very important topic. We must understand that. Let me start with this. Yes. KENO Upanishad, I understand everybody knows about the Upanishads. There is one Upanishad, is the KENO Upanishad. It asks few questions and answer those questions. The few questions are, who is the eye of the eye? Who is the ear of the ear? Who is the mind of the mind? Who is the word of the words? Like these questions. See, we have some physical eye, but does it see? That answered whether we perceive something, and it is very much relevant in the halal case. We see every day the halal some way or another way, but we never perceive it. It never goes to our chintan or our this understanding what is the halal and what is that and what is the halal, how it will work and what will the laws to us and how it will be affecting us. So this is the important is to check our own awareness level. I understand after this presentation, we will certainly think our awareness level, what is the level of our awareness level and how we can improve specifically to the halal situation. Now, before I start halal actual presentation, I am giving these two examples. Those are very much prevalent. Will tell about the fundamentals of halal. Very frankly, this is not a. This is just presentation for the purpose of awareness only, and we are. I'm not doing it to discriminate any product or any services. Okay, this is a sushi. Everybody must have seen sushi's chicken, sushi samosa at Costco, and and nobody. We certainly have not noticed that there is a small stamp. There is a small stamp over there that says certified halal. It's just it's very confusing. We are living in a Christian dominated country. Muslim population is only less than 1%, around 1%, and that the production is by the Sikh gentleman or the Sikh lady. And what's the purpose of halal? This is really, it confuses, it gives sort of a something to think over why it is there. So specifically, when when there is a Sikh Maryada is there, which categorically forbids taking the halal meat. If you are a Sikh, you cannot eat halal meat. And what we are eating it, Sikh is preparing that. Certainly this is interference, or with our ignorance, our awareness level is so low that these questions are there. How does it matter? It doesn't matter. How it affect me? All these questions are the reason for this carelessness. And it is related with the meat. Okay. Now next slide is about the Nestle products. This is not related with the meat. Either halal is only restricted to the meat, or it has gone into our every lifestyle, every sphere of our life. Nestle is not a meat. In that, this is this is why it is unstandardized and unregulated manufactured country, Colombia. This is not a Muslim dominated. For it is have a certification for the Nestle products, and there are many Nestle products, and there are it is a multinational. It is in many countries of that. And what is the purpose of that? When it may be the requirement of the Muslim country. What is it doing in those countries where it is nothing to do with the Muslim or Islam sentiments? Now let's understand what is the halal. The background of halal, word halal. This word is before the Arabic word, but it was before the Islam, and its meaning was permissible or legitimate or lawful. And now that time there was a Christian, there were Jews, Zoroastrians, or maybe some other pagans were there that time, and everybody have a different meaning for the halal. There something may be halal for something may not be halal that time to the people living over in Mid East. Now, after second stage time when Islam came, the word halal was centralized. That's very important to understand. Then only we can understand the implications. It is centralized to the Islamic values. I don't believe in Islam. Then why should this halal should become a universal word, keeping the only understanding with the Islamic values? If Islam approves, then it is halal. If Islam is not approving, it is haram. Going to the next slide, I will the difference between halal and haram. Everything is halal in Islam. Other than there are 6 things which are haram. Those are alcohol, blood, pork, pig, gelatin, all that. Food that's most important is the food offered to anyone other than Allah. This means the food offered to gods of Hindus will be haram for them. No Muslim who is following Islam will take the prasad from the temple ever. This is haram for him. And then the dead animal, then the last is animal not slaughtered as per the Islamic rituals. Any animal who is not slaughtered by the Islamic ritual will be considered as haram. Rest everything is halal. Now how they manipulate, how they change the interpretations, we will see later on. to suit to the different type of products and services. Now, halal is generally associated with the meat. Our common understanding, common man understanding, it is associated with the meat only. And halal is just the method, one of the methods of slaughtering the animal. In this method, the animal should face Makkah. Then it should start with the name of Allah, Bismillah, or rituals of the Islam. Then it should be done by the Muslim only. No one can else do it. And it is done by cutting the this windpipe and the jugular vein, not the spinal cord. Spinal cord should remain intact so that animal dies from the drainage of the blood. That is the halal way of slaughtering an animal. Whereas in India, Hindus and Sikhs, there is the jatka is the opposite of that. Where jatka is also one way of slaughtering the animal. In that, they just cut in one stroke from the top, their spinal cord is cut, so animal feels little pain. That is a jatka. And now again I will repeat, in the Sikhs only jatka is allowed. Halal is not allowed under these 4 basic requirements to be a Sikh. But to my surprise, very frank, I was in India and I am from Amritsar. Amritsar is a seat of, it's a matter of Sikhism. In Amritsar, I've seen halal meat shops everywhere, in every corner of Amritsar, the center of. Can you believe something will be against which is against the Islam can have a shop, jatka shop in Makkah or in Muslim countries? No chance. But we are careless. We don't bother. Who think all of that? Sikhs are in the Sikhism center. They are taking the halal meat from the Muslim shops in that country. So much we have become just unaware about the implication. That so what? This is simple. We say now halal. I'm coming to the halal sort of a certification. How it started. This is a sort of a third phase. First phase was when Islam, just values of Islam. Halal was generally known with the values of Islam. And then it is associated with the meat. And now is that how it started after after World War II. The background is that in World War II, after World War II, many of the Muslim sepoys from India were fighting for the British. And they were given the citizenship or the residency in Britain, in England, after the war was over. And Muslims, I must appreciate, they are dedicated. They have a very consistent approach to their religion. They demanded that we are not getting the halal meat. The government agreed, you can certainly get the halal meat. You can slaughter the animal as per the Muslim rituals. Wonderful. They start doing little bit of that. Then they approach the different stores and requesting them to sell the halal meat and write on your shop halal meat is available. Most of the shopkeepers or storekeepers, they refuse. They were selling not only the meat, they were selling many more items there as well, but they refused. Somehow they were able to convince one store, and they popularized it. It is a halal certified meat is available over there. So every Muslim there, although their population was very, very minuscule, and they were going there to get they may have to travel 5 miles, 6 miles. They always go to that store. When they go to the store for the meat, there are also other things were also there available. All grocery or all other things are also available. So naturally, they will buy the same from there only. Then they started pursuing their friends as well, their relatives as well, not relative, friends, and the neighbors who were not the Muslim. Go buy the things from there. And they were giving the ride even to some people. Okay, let's go to the ride. I will give you ride. So much dedicated they are for their cause. They will go there and get them the meat or any other thing simultaneously, other goods from the store. Wonderful. This store, uh, about 11% jump in the sale of that store was observed. Naturally, the product is same, volume is same, people are same, number of clients are same. It will affect the other stores, neighboring stores, those who are not halal certified that time, according to that Islamic values. So they were feeling the heat of that, and they compulsion of their business, economic compulsion. They also started requesting for the halal certification. See that population is just a minuscule, maybe a 0.1%, but they were able to make the this certified store this volume 11% rise in that volume sale of that store. That was a dedication towards the religion. Now other stores started that. What happened then? It's okay, that's fine. All are selling that. The drastic consequences were that they then approached the government. We don't have the butchers who can halal as per the rituals. We need the butchers from India or Pakistan or Bangladesh. Government was liberal, or doesn't matter. They allowed, imitation started. Butchers start coming to United Kingdom. And when butcher came after citizenship, they brought their families, and the same thing is continued even today. I'll say, being an immigration attorney, I can see, I observe, I know. They will they divorce the husband, he will divorce the wife, and then they will go again marry another person in Pakistan or Bangladesh and bring back another member, and with the family as well. So with just one person, about 50 to 60 people were coming immigrating in the United Kingdom. That is a chain of immigration started with this, all that. See the effects. And then what happened over to those butchers who were in UK? What happened to them? Ultimately, they lost the job, business. They were out of that business. There were nobody buying. They have own butcher, Muslim butcher, so they were out of the job. That happened after the World War. After that, let's see. In today's time, certainly this halal avatar has taken a draconian avatar. Only we need to see. We have to see. We have to open eye behind the eyes to see that transparency. In the transparency, then only we can analyze and see the seriousness of this halal new avatar. It is not nowadays. It is not with the raw food or raw meat. It is with the raw preparation, prepared food, or the processed food, manufactured, processed, stored, machinery, equipment, everything according to the halal. Then halal living. It is in every sphere. Halal earning, halal banks are there, food is there, halal hospitals are there, halal cosmetics are there. What to say? Halal prostitution is there. Oh no, halal prostitution under the Islam, categorically in Quranic verses, it is haram prostitution to sleep with another man other than the husband. It is categorically a sin declared in the Quran verses. It is to have the cosmetics or the lipsticks or the lady beauty use of lady beauty, this cosmetics and all that. And they how they manipulated it, how they interpreted now to suit them in today's term while certifying the halal prostitution. So wonderful their dedication, sincerity to the cause of Islam. They Australia, it is very much one scoop. I think there is a halal prostitution is very popular over there in Australia. Now they said Islam allows the contract marriage. It may be a 1 hour marriage or maybe 2 hour marriage. How they change the interpretation and making it halal. So after marriage, it's a very much permissible to have a sex with that lady. After one, you are gone, or the Muslim cleric will come. He will do the needful the Islamic rituals, and the things keep on going. Similarly, is that cosmetics. Now they how they interpreted it in their own favor. Halal cosmetics certifying that yes, ladies can do this use of cosmetic in the presence of her husband, in the home, in the presence of small children, or that way they just justified it that halal cosmetics. This is a way they are using it and for making that halal industry net worth or bigger and bigger all over the world, not only India, but all over the world. India is specifically more vulnerable because already there is 20% population. It will have some consequences. We will discuss later on what the consequences will be there. Now, this is the halal certification. This is the halal certification stamps or the logos. You see everywhere. As you seen in the first slide, this small logo is in the corner of the sushi food. Small such logo is there in the corner of the Nestle foods. Nobody notices that until unless somebody serious, somebody have some basic understanding beforehand. Otherwise, it will go unnoticed. These are the stamps all over the halal products. So this is not only in the limited area. Now this has gone all over the world. Its length and breadth is all over the globe. I have taken this Nestle products. These are so many Nestle products are there. Extensive supply chains are there. Companies are forced to comply with the customers' Muslim demands. As many products doesn't require any halal and all that, but they're inherently halal. But the certification is must because they are asserting their Muslim rights. And see that this is the world over Nestle is there. How much money they will be spending for that? You can well imagine for the certification. It's astonishing. By the way, the economy, a halal economy, is of 3 trillion. I think 2-3 years back. By 2023, it will be expected 8 trillion economy. After America and even today, after America and China, the biggest economy is of that halal economy. And it is growing exponentially. Nobody can stop it. Doing so much. And now what is the process for certification? How they get the stamp? This on the stamps, on the products. I'm talking about the products. I will later on I will come to the establishments. There are two things are there. Halal certification of the product and halal certification of the establishment. First, we are talking about the halal certification process. How that there will be halal certifying agencies are there. They will somebody will apply for that, and they will do the internal audit of that. Mullah will go, or somebody will, the authorized person will go and see is everything is as per halal, as per the rituals, as per the Islamic codes and all that. And then they will, if it is very good compliance, they will issue a certificate, and it is valid for 1 year. And they will, meantime, also during that, they will train some people in the company itself. Those will oversee whether the halal procedures or halal requirements are followed by the company or not. They will, most probably, they will say it should be the Muslim. And those certifying authorities are not regulated at all. All have their own interpretation. All have their own Islamic standards, different standards. It is totally unregulated. Nothing is standard. That halal certification, the cost of certification. It is generally in America for one product, it is $745 approximately. It can vary just for one product. Now, it is that same thing. I have already talked. These standards varies from agency to agency. They keep on changing, from time to time and place to place. Very important is that they are asking more and more every time. They are that satisfied with the first one. Like in England, first one we want halal meat. Then they want, no, we want a halal butchers, those who can slaughter as per the ritual. After that, they went to the shops as well. Slowly and slowly, they are demanding and getting their requirement fulfilled, and they are spending. So there is nothing standard, nothing permanent. It will keep changing. So these are the halal certification body, and nowadays it is halal certification agencies or bodies. It is all over the world. In America, in India, I think there are 300 bodies are there who are certifying the halal goods. Some are required. Some have alignment with the Muslim countries. They have the accreditation from the Muslim countries. They accept only certification from that particular agencies of India. And some are just open, accepting everything. All the 57 countries have different requirements. And Iran has a different requirement for the certification, whereas Saudi Arabia has a different requirement of certification requirements, halal requirements. So what the manufacturer will do? Suppose Ramdev ji is exporting to the Gulf countries. What will he do? He will have to get a different certification for the purpose of exporting to the United Emirates. In Iran, it will be different certification, but it is building up the cost of the production of those certified goods. And though Baba Ramdev will not Ramdev, I'm just taking an example, everybody, so will not then have two plants. One will be making the halal certified good, another plant is a non-halal certified good. So he is under the compulsion of the economy and compulsion of the business. He is producing everything as halal, and we are consuming it. In India, 85% are non-Muslim, and they are consuming halal certified products. And then that enormous amount for one product, it is around about 21,000 rupees is yearly expenditure for certify one product. That is so big is cycle of this halal economy. Okay, now next stage, they now go to the next stage. What happens after it is product is certified? Then what happens? Then they will demand the establishment should be certified. established certify is like that. From, they say, from the farm to the end user, everything should be halal certified. It may not be possible in countries where they are not in majority. What? Think about the Pakistan. There, no other than Muslim will get a job because it becomes a requirement. Every step of the certification, they are required. A Muslim should do that. Then only it becomes halal. If other than halal, kafir does anything, it becomes haram. Whereas in India or countries where they are not in majority, there are 6 billion approximately people are there. In those countries, they give the waiver. Such a deceitful is that complicated. They have created this suitable to the Islam. There they give the waiver. No problem, you are not getting the expert or employee, then you can employ the Hindu or non-believer other than Muslim. But if you are getting Muslim available, you are only, it is a requirement of the Ummah. Ummah is the one other term used in brotherhood in the Quran to only hire the Muslim only. So see that discrimination. The whole population is out. Like in England, all butchers are out. Only halal slaughtering butchers are there now. Similarly, when the establishment will be halal, everything will be, every step, every raw material should be halal certified. See the gravity. Everything. Even they will want, I have seen in Canada, even onion and garlic is halal certified. When I asked the shopkeeper, this is vegetable, how it is halal certified or haram? How it is? How can you certify this? What is in the relation of certification of the onion or the this your garlic? He gave explanation, wonderful explanation. It is grown by the Muslims. It has not been touched by anybody other than the Muslim. That's why it is halal. See the difference. How much they can go deeper into that level, and how it will affect later on when we can see after 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, what will be the status of that. Okay, what are the economic impact of the halal? The basic thing is that the businessman will get the halal certification because it's a economic compulsions. It adds to the value of his business. He will certainly get it. But what is the disadvantage? This is a competitive, the monopoly will be created. Those in the competition of that particular trade, they will be out, they can't compete. They cannot compete when the customer are going to that particular halal shop. Not only Muslim, other people are going to halal shop, then how the others will compete with them? An example is that, one example is the halal hospital is in Bangalore and also in Bombay. Now they are getting all this medical tourism from the Mid East, Islamic countries. They are preferring to go to the only halal hospital only. The neighboring hospital may be better than that, but they are not going there. So naturally, he have to, for the business purposes, he have to take the halal certification. He cannot, he will die otherwise. And what is happening in the halal right now? You can read the Gita, you can read your own Guru Granth Sahib, but you will have to, you will in the morning you will have to, or in the all the day long only you have to see listen the those Islamic verses and all that. That's why it will make halal. And when the time will come, if they will certainly hire the halal this Muslims. So this is monopoly, so competition, and also this jobs, all are gone to a particular section of the society. Others are out. That is the way. Monopolistic diversity, it will finish off the diversity, and discrimination and are unregulated. It's very dangerous. Now, it's okay. It's their choice. They can get the certification. They cannot get. But how will affect me, non-believer, Hindu or Christian, anyone? The 6 billion people. How will affect them? How they will use that this halal certification or halal money earned through the halal? How they will use it? Where it will be used? And this is there is very clear concept in the Quran. It is most of the money, if not most of the money, but some part of the money goes to the charities in the form of a zakat. Zakat is it is a charity donation by the Muslims. Remember, this is a by the Muslim. It is a obligation under the Quran to give this donation to the some agencies, or even some in some other countries, in Pakistan even, they are taking 2.5. They are obligatory people. They are obligatory. They have to deposit in the government treasury 2.5. So, but in India or another country, it is not possible. But they are given to the charities, different charities, and the part of that charity where they use that money. Zakat tells them, Quran tells them, use into this 8 type of distribution of zakat in the 8 different segments. And relevant to us are give that money to the Islamic warriors, those who fight the jihad. Jihad means holy war against the kafirs. Very clear. They are very clear. The holy war. There are 2 words. Holy war. War means there will be some enemy. You are war with that enemy. And who is the enemy for the Islam? All kafirs, all non-Muslims, including Hindus, Christians, all that. So that part of zakat goes to those Islamic warriors and those who are fighting for the cause of Allah. And they very well say it is a cause of Allah to this is conversion, or conversion by pen, or by words, or by sword. It you are doing for the cause of Allah. You will get the 75 hoods and all benefits after death, and they are ready to even blast themselves. This is financed by those certified, not certifying agency, indirectly certifying agency, by giving the zakat to the charitable institutions. Even the 9/11, it was the total project was financed not only by the Osama bin Laden, by the American Muslim charitable institutions. So it is most dangerous. Hey, where your money is going, who is paying, and who is using, for what purpose it is being used. It's a eye-opening when you read it. It's a dangerous situation. Who pays? For what purpose pays? We are Kafis are the paying for purpose to fulfill the Islamic agenda. Islamic agenda is very clear. We are to convert. We are to bring the whole world under the umbrella of the Islam. By any means. They have been using sword or pen or words, what they want, and then they have now a new method, that's economic. This is halal, is economic method they are using for the fulfilling this their agenda. And the strange thing is that we are financing that. We are financing our own for the purpose of our own tilling, of our own change of religion. We are, yes, we are ready there. There's so much ignorant we are. So much unaware we are so much. It's a strange. That's why are we so much sleeping and now this is how is it different? Halal is different from the jizya. It is to tell the purpose of jizya is to tell the culture and religious belief. Example I gave of the Sikhism, four fundamental Sikh maryadas are there. One is that not to eat the halal meat, but it is available everywhere in Amritsar. No, nobody bother, nobody thinks even so much. We are ignorant, so much we are careless about that. This is very important picture I have taken from the internet. The how the Muslims ruler were collecting this tax from the non-Muslim or Hindus in India. Can you see that photograph? That tax collector is sitting, and that those who are giving the tax are just standing, bowing their head down, and they are just keeping the money in their hand like this. I'll say like this, with both the hand, offering that money. Then the collector will pick up that money from their hand, and in the token of receipt, he will spit on that palms of the person. What a disgracing it is! What is the most disrespectful thing can happen? And this is what happening in India. This photo talks a lot about that. What was the purpose of collecting tax jizya? That purpose was religious tolerance. We are tolerating you as a Hindu or Jews or Christian or Hindu. That's why you have to pay the tax. To make them realize you are inferior socially, socially, legally, your status is very inferior to non-Muslims. This financial and political incentive become the incentives for motivation for converting to Islam. Ritual humiliation. So shouldn't we think that now halal is doing the same thing in very sophisticated form? They are making us economically weak. They are taking away our job. They are discriminating. And after certain time, like say in Pakistan, they already Hindu, Christian, already they have become a second class citizen. And when in Hindu in India will become second class citizen due to this halal, maybe after 20 years, or maybe after 25 years. See, it is very much clear now. It's very much written on the board. You are going to be second class citizen in India, and that instrument is a halal economy. This is going to happen. We have to be aware of that. We have to rise. We have to think about that. The same thing what happened with the jizya, it is happening same thing, but very much polished form. Yeah, all over the world. Now, who benefits from the halal certification? All Muslims. So I'm paying tax, or I'm paying, suppose, this certification tax. Am I getting some benefit for that? No, I'm not getting any benefit. It is used by the Muslim for the cause of Muslim, for the Muslim people. Only purpose is to the conversion or the religious superiority, to show that. That's the only purpose. Nothing else. The second, generate employment opportunities only for Muslims. That is a propagation of Islam, to fast the propagation. So now question, if we are aware of that, question comes to our mind. Why this halal business is growing exponentially from 3 trillion within a year or two it will reach 8 trillion. Why? What is the reason behind it? Only one reason. Only one reason. As in the KENO Upanishad, eye of an eye. Our eye, behind the eye is dead. It is not working. Our physical eye is working. I can see that. But the perceiving eye inside my body is totally, I have shut it down. I have put into the locker. It is totally gone. I am not aware about that. It is the only eyes. This is the kafir one reason, are sleeping with open eyes, and they don't have the time. They don't have the time to do the chintan, to see the transparency behind the transparency. Remember, it is a irreversible process. It happened. It happened. I think it's the Brazil. Probably it was Brazil. One more country was there. Those were exporting. The major export of meat was from those countries to the Gulf countries, and their economy is ruined now because they want halal, and that is not possible there. They shifted the import from the Pakistan or any other halal or Muslim country, and now those Brazil, probably it's I'm forgetting the name. Anyway, those two countries are now totally economically wrecked. Their biggest export was of the meat, and that is gone. It is an irreversible process. Now they may try whatever they try, they will not able to recover that. So there is a problem. We see it is a problem. We know the reason. What should I do? I have highlighted. If you see, I have highlighted what should I do. I'm not saying don't throw the burden. I will not throw the burden. What all should do. I'm not bothered about that. But I think what I can do, what can do for that. Please, it should become our holy duty rather at this time, if we want to save the future, or we want to raise the awareness level, a future of our children. They should not live a second level of citizen, should be second level of citizen in their own countries. Then we must take responsibility taken to the self only. Raise awareness. Tell people, okay, this is halal certification. See that its stamp is halal certification. What is the purpose of that? Ask them some questions. Then, if you can show send some video on that, or some information in your groups, halal certification, how it is impacting some words, you are right. So people start, that the word halal will start going into the mind, and their consequences will start going into the mind slowly. We should raise the awareness level. Second thing is, if I go to the market, I will try to see, is it halal certified? If it is halal certified, I will certainly will not buy. No, things will not end it. I will not buy. I will ask that question to the shopkeeper. I don't want to buy. It is halal certified. Do you have any alternative? At least I have made it known to the shopkeeper. People are there who are not ready to buy my products because it is halal certified. I can do that. This we can do. Then how we can counter the expansion of that halal business? We cannot say government should do that. Government can't do that. It is not at all, and no government can do it under the law. Under competition law, some may stop them, but it is not under labor law. They may take some action, but it is not possible. The government can do. So we have to do ourselves. How we can check the expansion? For that, in India now, one Sattvic certified products are there. Some person has registered one company who certified the goods as Sattvic. And there is also now meat is there which is JATKA certified. We should try to educate people. If we are buying the meat, please let's buy this JATKA certified. Now we go to, suppose we go to the airlines, we go to the hotel restaurants. We can certainly, I'm eating meat, I'm not eating meat, doesn't matter, but I can certainly ask that restaurant owner or restaurant person, do you serve jatka meat other than halal? Simple this question to the airlines. Today, even airline, India airline, railways, everybody is selling only giving that halal meat. But recently, after BJP government, some changes are made. Now they have taken away that it is a jatka as well, or it is not necessarily to be halal. So we can ask them. If we only not ask them, we may have the suggestion book over there. We can write over there in our suggestion, we should be provided with the not halal, but the safi products, or we should be provided with the halal or this jatka meat or meat products. Similarly, we can email, sometimes we can email to the those manufacturer or the shopkeeper or any other agency, even the airline, this we need this chatka meat, or we need, why should I should be compelled to take this halal when it is against my religion, my culture, it will kill my culture. Please, I should be provided as well the halal. So it will raise the awareness level of the people slowly. So we will have to assert, like Muslim, rather now time is that we have to assert more than that. Their assertive behavior is only the reason that they are able to get everything halalified. Everything. This is assertive behavior. Nothing else. They are just there are 1.9 billion people, but in their whole 8 billion people, they are ruling only for this assertive behavior. They think it is a Quranic duty, Quranic service to the Quran or Allah. That they are doing. We have to do that with more vigor and more vitality. Same thing. We made awareness, sort of, and reject the halal certified goods, halal services. Now I'm just closing this. Most of the awareness, this gentleman Ravi Ranjan Singh ji, he is doing on this for last more than 20 years, and now he is little bit successful. It took 20 years that gentleman to reach this level, and I will say, I will request rather all of you. He is very much hard of money. Due to money, he is not able to do some of the things which he wanted to do. For example, he wants this JATSA certification, register the JATSA certification authority, some sort of like that in America or in other countries, but it is too much costing. He doesn't have the money. If we can contribute little bit, $10, $20, at least he will put this in that we will able to get registered here in America. Even this trade name, JATSA certification, and it is in India already. It is very much certified, registered, and there are website. People are going there and identifying which is the JATSA shop, and they are buying the JATSA awareness and becoming JATSA or other non this halal things. Now only another biggest thing is we must build a data. Individual, I will say, okay, I don't want halal, I should be served with other than halal. It doesn't matter. It will not build any data. And until unless we are data, we at least 5-10% people are not there, then we cannot, otherwise we cannot approach the institution or the government agencies or the manufacturer. We don't want halal. We need some other than halal as well. So they will be pressurized, but only possible if there are certain number of people will we will produce. Yes, 100,000 people are against this. And then how can we do that? Whenever you send an email, when you send any suggestion, please note down this email. Send a copy to Mr. Ravi Ranjan. This is his email. He is building the data, which he will use to fight this halal economy. At least we can do this. And thank you very much for your listening and for this my presentation. And now please, if anybody have question, I will be happy